morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. Good Friday. Wait a minute, let me change this mask, man. Hold on, yeah. Let me give me another mask. I see something on this I don't like. All right, that's better. Anyway, good Friday to everybody. Hope you happy Easter weekend. Um, man, today is my 5th anniversary of being married, and June will be 5 years since I've seen my wife. Missed the girl. Man, in fact, I don't think I would have been able to do what I've been able to do with anybody else. Um, a lot of people say, well, uh, how you know she waiting for you? Because I know my wife. And that's one woman that I would bet my life on her integrity. I would bet my life on my wife's integrity. And and I can't say that for everybody, but that's one woman that I would bet my life on her integrity. And wouldn't even give it a second thought. Wouldn't even give it a second thought. And because I got an old-fashioned Filipino, okay? Thank you, Don. Thank you, man. Thank you. Um, I married an old-fashioned Filipino. I mean, old-fashioned, seriously. Um, and I can honestly say that I don't think I know with anybody else I wouldn't have been able to even thank you, David. Thank you, man. Thank you. I wouldn't have been able to um focus like I have been able to focus and not worry. Yeah, my wife is disappointed that she's not here. Yes, she is. Ain't no doubt in my mind she's disappointed. But she ain't going nowhere. That much I know. She ain't going nowhere. She might be disappointed, but she ain't going nowhere. And I believe that. And I also believe that God is gonna restore everything that I think I done missed. All of the times that I think that God can restore that. I believe that. Because he say he'll restore what the palmer worm, the cankerworm, and the locust has eaten. And God is the only one that can restore what I think I've missed. And the only thing I got to do is be faithful. And, and this is one of the things I've learned that, when it comes down to faithfulness, man, you have to keep your mind busy. And you have to have some discipline. See, the minute you start getting distracted, is when you're going to slip up. Okay? All right? The minute you get distracted is when you're going to slip up. And see, like I said, I ain't seen my wife in 5 years. Why should I fantasize? If I'm going to fantasize about something, Why should I fantasize about another woman when I can fantasize about my wife? I mean, it's just that simple. Why go out here and fantasize about a total stranger when I can fantasize about my wife? I don't have to. And see, I told y'all, fame and fortune are not the same. That's one of the things I've learned out about this sign. Like today, man, I had a whole bunch of people welcome say, "You the guy that be on television?" Yeah, that's me. See, everybody now are sick. You the guy that be on TV all the time, behind these different people at court. That's me. That's me. Okay, so I got the fame. I just don't have the fortune. The fortune hadn't caught up with me yet. And it will. It will. Fortune is going to catch up. One day I'm going to wake up, man, my whole life is going to be done changed. I believe that. Because no matter, and see, and every day, more and more people are now seeing this sign like they've seen it for the first time. Man, I agree with that. I agree wholeheartedly with that. And I don't know what company, whatever company steps out and be the first one trying to unite people, trying to bring people together, they're going to get paid. That first company that step up and try to unite people. I wish I was that guy, but no, I'm telling you. The first company that get out here and unite people, start trying to bring people together, is going to get paid. Because we got so much division, so much animosity, and so much hatred that's being perpetrated between us. Nobody's saying, man, let's come together. You know? Let's start talking to each other and stop talking at each other. And this is what's going on. How you doing? Thank you for joining me. Who I got? I got Donald, I got David, and I got because that sounds like a troll. This Good Friday, man. Give me a break. Okay, give me a break on Good Friday, okay? Come back tomorrow or Sunday or Monday or whenever I'm live again and start trolling me. But today, Good Friday, give me a break. And it's my anniversary. So give me a break, man. Okay? Give me a break. But I tell the world, I could not have made the sacrifices I made without my wife. My wife is the hero of this, because she's the one that is patiently waiting. How you know she patiently? Because I know my wife. I know what I got, and I believe in her. That's why I know. I believe in her. You know, and if I'm wrong, it'll be a shock to me. But I don't think I'm wrong. I know I ain't wrong. I know I'm not. Hey, you're a Capricorn. Okay, so am I. But you know, I miss the girl. But that's the sacrifice, you know. And I keep telling y'all, man, when you get out here on this road called success, you're gonna give up something. You're gonna have to sacrifice something. Some people sacrifice their character. Some people sacrifice their reputation, you know, for success. Some people sacrifice their soul for success. You know, I sacrificed not being with my wife to get out here and pursue success. And what it did was it gave me the freedom because I don't have to be looking over my shoulder, worried about what her mindset is. See, if she was here, I'd have to be worried about her mindset and her well-being. But because she's not here, out of sight, out of mind. I know she ain't happy. I know that. But I don't have to deal with it on a day-to-day basis. You see, and if I had to deal with that on a day-to-day basis, then now I'm not going to be as assertive as I am. I never will forget, during COVID, I came up with this shirt, the No Bullshit Zone. And that's what I had on the shirt, No Bullshit Zone. And I had it on the wall behind me. And one day I was Skyping my wife, and I was up on the phone just like this, talking to her on Skype. And in some kind of way, she saw that there was a shirt hanging behind me. And she kept saying, "What is that behind your head?" I said, "What you talking about, girl? Ain't nothing behind me." She said, "Honey, what is that behind your head on the wall?" And I kind of like moved like that. And she saw the shirt said, "No Bullshit Zone." She said, "You know that's not nice. Take that down." And that's what she said, "You know that's not nice. Take that down." See, I wouldn't have been able to, I couldn't do that kind of stuff if she was around. And see, 9 times out of 10, if my wife was still here, she probably would have overstayed her visa. And I wouldn't be able to be as vocal as I want to be because I'm worried about drawing some attention to her. Okay? And I don't want to draw no attention to her. So that's when Trump was president. And at that time, man, immigration, listen, let me tell you something. Them prices with immigration ain't no joke. You got it when you pay an application fee for immigration. If you make a mistake, ain't no correcting that mistake. You got to start over again. You got to file another application, and you have to pay that application fee again. And we missed the deadline to extend her visa. And the price to do that was astronomical. And she said, "Baby, we just don't have that kind of money. Let me go back, okay? And come get me." And we didn't see the pandemic coming. And I'm saying, okay, all right, I agree. Bet. You go back, I'll come get you. And she been there. Yeah, I miss the days. I miss Periscope too, man. I miss Periscope. But and that's just the way it's been. So I've been when I got my brand True Conductor, I just put my head down, man, and let me find something to start working. See, not only do I have a brand True Conductor, but I got a message too. Stop hating each other because you disagree. I got two things. I got two irons in the fire. I got my brand in the fire, and I got this message in the fire, and I got my tours in the fire, and I got my hop on, hop off shuttle, and I got my dinnerware ideas. I mean, I got some irons in the fire. I just got to get money to be able to pull one of them out. And you know that saying, rising tide raise all boats. All I need if rising tide for me is income. Every rising tide come into my life, all my ideas are good to go. Now I can invest in all my ideas. Now I can hire people. Now I can travel. Now I can generate additional income. And see, and it's nothing like, and this is one of the things, if I have to give anybody some advice, never stop creating. Never stop creating. Regardless, man, whether you got money or not, if an idea come to you, manifest it. Manifest that idea that comes to you. All right? And a whole lot of people right now don't have no ideas ready to go. So when they get some money, they become consumers because they ain't got nothing to put that money to make it grow. They only can consume or piggyback on somebody else's idea. You know, invest in some else, but why not invest in yourself? If you got your ideas ready, you can invest in yourself. You ain't got to be going out here trying to follow somebody else. Be like somebody else. Do what somebody else is doing. Because you got your own ideas. And this is one of the biggest problems we got with the young people today. They don't know how to create nothing. They don't try. They too busy trying to get somebody else. You know, example. Look at Kanye West. As much money as he claimed he has, how come that boy don't have his own factory? Think about that. If you got why don't you get your own factory? And you ain't got to depend on Adidas or nobody else. Get your own. And I never will forget, man, when I came out with my dinnerware idea, and I said I wanted my own factory, man, I had some jokers talked about me like a dog. Look at who are you talking about? You gonna get your own factory? Why not? Why should I keep having to depend on somebody else? You gonna always need somebody to get started. But once you get the ball rolling, break off to your own independence. Do your own thing. I mean, you know, but see, they teach us, go to school, get you a good education, so you can get a good job. That's what they teach us. Go to school, get a good education, so you can get a good job. They don't teach you, go to school, get you a good education, work for yourself. You know, you'll never be rich working for somebody else. You ain't gonna never get rich off somebody else's ideas. I don't care how good they are. You'll never make as money off somebody else's ideas as you would your own. But most folk are afraid to come up with their own ideas. See, and I'm going to tell you this. If an idea is not growing in your mind, it's dead. Let me say that again. If an idea is not growing in your mind, it's dead. What do you mean, true conductor, if my idea is not? See, when your idea is growing in your mind, you see different phases of it. You see different expressions when your idea is growing in your mind. You know, you can be walking down the street, or you can just wake up and you see, damn, that's a good idea. It's growing. Because if you end up where you started out at, you didn't grow. Let me say that again. If you end up where you started out at, you didn't grow. at all. And a lot of people don't even realize year after year, they end up the year where they started out at. They ain't got no, they don't have nothing to show no kind of growth whatsoever. So now you're just going through a cycle. Day in and day out is the same for you because you end up where you started out at. You see, and you did, and even if you had some adversity, you still ain't in the same spot. You learn something. When you go through some adversity, if you're paying attention and not taking it personal, it's gonna teach you something. See, you'll develop hindsight. It's 2020 when you can go through some adversity. Let me say that again. Hindsight is 2020 when you can go through some adversity. What does that mean? That means when you go through some stuff, you can look back at it and see what you should or should not have done. You see, you can look and say, "Oh man, I should have. Next time I'm gonna do this. This is what I did." And see, and when you go through some adversity, you're building a foundation. See, a lot of people want it just like that. And when they get it just like that, they don't have a foundation. So when the storm comes, it wipes them out because they ain't got no foundation. But if you can weather the storm, see, now you own a foundation. And now you're learning how you weathered that storm, what you needed to do, how you did it to make it through that adversity. See, you always got to be paying attention, man. And unfortunately, a lot of our young people are going through willy-nilly and ain't paying attention. They're not paying attention to what's going on around them. That's why they keep making the same old dumb mistakes. Okay? All right? So, anyway, it was a good day today, too. This was a real good day today. Real good day today. I mean, um, I just feel something. I feel a shift. I don't know what it means yet, but I feel a shift. People are now. Oh man, let me tell y'all something. See, this is why you shouldn't talk so much. This is why you shouldn't talk so much. You know, Trump has been threatening, bashing this judge's daughter. And I just told my daughter. My daughter, is a big fan of Trump's. she's a big fan of Trump's. I don't know if she'll vote for him, but she's a big fan of his. And I told my daughter, I said, it's gonna be something real stupid that's gonna mess him up. All of these court cases and all of that, that's not what's gonna stop. It's gonna be something stupid. And I just realized today, see, he been bashing that judge's daughter, and somebody's gonna get that. Wait a minute, if something happened to her, who you think they're gonna blame? The way he been bashing her, and he been calling her out by name. So now his enemies can come and do something to her. And believe me, there's some people out there smart enough, you ain't gonna know who did it. You won't be able to catch them who did it. But what if something happened to that girl? You think he gonna be elected president of the United States of America? If something would happen to that judge's daughter, you think he would still get elected as president? No, no. And 9 times out of 10, he'll be looking at some criminal charges because he's the one that has inflamed the situation against her. I told you, it's something dumb. And I've always said the one mistake he made, he talked too much. I often tell y'all that the biggest problem with Donald John Trump is he talked too much. He need to shut up. And now that he done put the bullseye on this judge's daughter, somebody gonna open the damn. That's what'll get him. If something happened to her, who they gonna blame? Him. Him. They gonna blame him. And you can't talk about immunity because you ain't president. See, that immunity and all that other stuff that you've been trying to hide behind don't apply now. You regular Joe Blow citizen. You ex-president. You ain't the president no more. And see, he's out here inflaming people like he's still president and he ain't. And all it takes is for one fool to get out here and do something to that judge, and he done. He done. Y'all don't believe that. He done. He done. And somebody gonna realize that. And I ain't wishing no bad on her, but I think he done really, just like Fannie Willis, dumped the whole thing in his lap. He done dumped how to stop him in somebody's lap. And sooner or later, they're gonna get wise to it. I might can't. This is one thing that can stop him cold in his track. Something happened to that girl, and they ain't got to kill her. All they got to do is hurt her. Gonna stop him cold in his tracks. His presidential ambitions is over. If something happened to that girl, it's over. It's over for him. It's over. I got 2 people in here. Anybody disagree with that? I got 2 people in here. Anybody disagree? I mean, think about it. It's something stupid that's gonna derail him, and this is it. And he just dumped it. He done put a bow on it. All somebody got to do is do something to that girl, and he's done. He's finished. He's finished. There's no way he can recover from that. There's no way, because he's been relentless attacking her. And that's all somebody got to do is hurt that girl. And he's done. All right? Anyway, y'all ain't interested in that. I had 2 people in there. They gone. And they gone. So, but you know, I miss my wife, man. I miss my wife. I do. I miss the girl. But I also had a faith that the time that we've been apart, God is going to restore that. I believe that. I believe God is going to restore everything that I think I've missed. Okay? Listen, I know basketball is on, so, man, y'all go watch the game. I'll see you later.